As soon as this video is live, I will be live over at twitch.tv/Onepeg. If you feel like coming by and saying hi, come by and say hi. Newsy news. Good morning, everyone. My name is Onepeg, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things related to the patch notes. Also, there's a hidden change in here that is pretty major, and if you guys want the TLDR, looking for the hidden change information, I'll just kind of put it at the beginning. Here's what it is. Prior to today, well, if you go way back in time, bags used to have movement speed, turning speed, and ergonomic penalties. That was removed with the addition of the weight system as it pertained to inertia. Once they introduced the inertial system, they got rid of the penalties that had been in place for all of these bags. However, with this patch, they have brought them back. As far as I am aware, the best space benefit for penalties is going to be the beta bag. It appears it only has like a 2% turning speed penalty, but it has only like 1.5 kilos, as opposed to these bags here. Now this one, the weights are off because there's bags inside of bags, but you can see like the turning speed, ergonomics, and movement speed penalties associated with each one. The T20 seems like it's a pretty rough one, and I know the couch bag has a pretty steep penalty to it as well. So that's your TLDR for, I guess, the hidden bag changes. And now we'll get on to the patch notes. Most of the items that are in here are things that they have been teasing to us over the last, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks with different tweets that they've been making, talking about things that they've been working on. First up is a reworking of the player group system. The new system allows you to gather your friends in a group in the main menu, being able to use your stash or hideout while the group leader sets up the raid. Inside of Tarkov, it basically looks like this. Down here on the bottom, you can see that there are now little squares, additions where you can add friends from your friend list. So you just kind of go down through your friends list and you can add a friend to your party. Once those people are in your party, then the group leader would set up the raid, going to, escape from Tarkov, etc., 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 and then would launch everyone at the same time. Once the raid is ready, if you do have party members and you go to hit ready, it will prompt everyone to ready up and then the game will launch. This system is also set up to work with offline raids for everyone that wants to join in on offline play. You can, and you can have groups of up to 20 people. Everyone would launch at the same time, same way, everyone has to ready up, get the prompt, etc., etc. When the raid is over, the original 5 members of the squad will stay together, and the other, say, 15 people, if you have a fully set up lobby, the other 15 people would then have to rejoin the party afterward. Change the quest reward skill calculation. Players will always receive skill levels in the amount specified in the quest. There are certain tasks in Tarkov that are supposed to reward levels. With point 13's change, that was modified in some way to be rewarding a specific amount of experience points, skill experience points. That has now been changed back, so it should give levels again. However, if you are someone that has already done like the sniper skill tasks, for instance, and you already handed them in, the experience that you got is not going to be modified in any way. So if you already handed in like Shooter Born in Heaven, for instance, you're stuck with whatever you got. They're not going to give back any XP or make anybody whole on that one. You're just kind of screwed. Sorry. That's kind of Tarkov in a nutshell, though. They've always been that way. Fixed an issue that caused invisible players and bots in raids. Fixed the incorrect operation of some Oculus audio components that led to incorrect sound positioning, memory leaks, and reduced performance. This is not the final version of the fixes. For those of you wondering, I'm going to be testing the audio, but initial reports are that the audio still is not giving any directional cues when it comes to front and back. The spatial binaural aspect of the audio system that is supposed to be in that replaced Steam audio still does not work as far as I have been told. In terms of invisible players, again, this is not a finalized invisible player fix. I've already gotten clips of people that I've seen this morning where they loaded into raid and their teammates were invisible. So that is not fixed yet. Sorry. Work on improving the sound system and adjusting the positioning of sounds on locations will continue in future updates. So again, this is basically like, we know it doesn't work. We know it still doesn't work. Hopefully we can make it work. Adjusted the geometrical sound positioning system on the lab location. Okay. Fixed an issue that caused the character's hands to freeze when using medicine and other consumable items. Adjusted and optimized the visuals of light sources on streets of Tarkov. Fixed the AI behavior issue of Zuriachi and his guards that led them to not attacking hostile players at short distances. Fixed the visual clipping of specific chest rigs while using Glocks. Fixed the incorrect icons for specific weapon attachments and ammo. Fixed the incorrect animation of wristwatches on bear character models. Fixed the possibility of group members spawning in different spawn points in an online mode after playing in co-op. Fixed the possibility of Zuriachi still attacking players even with an activated transmitter in some cases. Fixed Fixed the issue that led to fence rep loss for killing Driachi and his guards as a scav. Fixed the possibility of killing bots without them returning fire while leaning and shooting from narrow openings or hard to see covers. This is actually a big one, because one of the main ways that people are farming rogues, for instance, is by doing slow leans off of corners where there was an issue with bots recognizing that somebody had leaned out of cover. The other issue here is there has been a common strategy to snipe certain fixed positions for bot spawns by shooting through like door frame gaps between the door and the jam, or threading a needle through a window at distance. It appears that now the bots are going to be aggroing us a lot more quickly and a lot more, I guess, bot-like from angles and cover positions that they probably wouldn't be able to see us from given how far away we are. Once again, making it more difficult, but not necessarily more tactical, which has been a common complaint from a lot of people over the years. So that bullet point, unfortunately, is going to be a frustrating one. Now, there are cheesy kind of ways that we have been able to, I guess, get around the AI behavior by doing slow lean peeks to the right and getting kills when bots don't recognize us for whatever reason. That was buggy, and I agree it needed to be changed. However, there is also this aspect of doing peeks through things like door jams, where you're able to thread the needle between the jam and the door by looking through this little teeny gap. There's also shots that have been made through windows and over handrails and whatnot by pulling cheeky angles in certain buildings. And basically what this is saying is that the bots are going to have a lot more like visual acuity, and they're going to be able to tell where you are a whole lot faster and shoot at you when they wouldn't necessarily have seen you otherwise. That part of this little bullet is something that I don't necessarily disagree with, because I feel like this is just lazy game dev. Hopefully they'll be able to modify the AI behavior in a way where this kind of stuff is something that they could, I guess, counteract in a different way. But for now, I guess we're just going to have to deal with them acting like even more aimbot-y, because it feels strange. Fixed interface elements overlapping when repeatedly switching between the character selection and lobby screens. Fixed the issue that led to error 228 while using the gym in the hideout. This one was primarily when you used the gym and then you went into your inventory and then ate and drank stuff to go and use the gym for your second round for the day. When you did that, it would fail to consume the stuff and then would revert your character back to as if you had never used the gym at all. So this was a way for people to actually be able to cheese those weightlifting rounds. So if you had a crappy one and you missed the clicks when you needed to click, you could like undo it and then try again and get a good round. So I'm glad that they fixed this. Fixed the incorrect airdrop positions on specific locations. Fixed the issues that led to hand freezes while using the UBGL. Adjusted the shooting range gunshot sounds to match the indoor firing sounds. Fixed incorrect behavior of the currency selection UI in the flea market when switching to other screens. Fixed the visual artifacts while using NVGs with FSR 2.1 enabled. Fixed the order of chambers in the RSH-12 revolver drum. Fixed an issue that led to hammer cocking animation playing on dry fire after switching from single action to double action in the RSH-12 and Chiappa Rhino revolvers. And last but certainly not least, fixed the missing ergonomics penalty effect of some equipment. And I guess that's the video. Thanks everybody for coming and checking it out. If you wouldn't mind, please follow me on my socials at OnePegMG on Twitter, at OnePeg on TikTok, and I stream every day at twitch.tv/OnePeg, where I start around 6 to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, if you wouldn't mind subbing the channel here, I would very, very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for lending me your eyeballs, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.